Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy.
Hey peoples, this is Renee,
Bridget,
Alicia.
This is episode 21 of Same Book 3 Time Zones. For the month of October, we read Bless Your Heart, Bless Her Heart, Bless Your Heart by Ashley Nicole. First time for all of us reading Ashley Nicole. I thought the title was so funny when I saw it. You know, because we know what it means when you say bless your heart. That is such an insult. So I was like, what is this book about?
I didn't know where it was gonna go.
I didn't know where it was gonna go. I just knew.
The first time they said it, like in the meaning that I would say it, I was like, "Yep."
Right.
I definitely heard that.
That's like, you stupid. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you slow.
I
Bless
didn't
your
see
heart.
that when I first read the title. I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I was like,
I didn't get
okay.
it. But I was like, bless your heart. I'm like, who are they? Like, who they trying to call out? Like, who they talking about? That's what my head went straight there. But I like, why she had to say that, because Lord, this is horrible. So
that was ridiculous is what it was. But,
it was very ridiculous. A short read, and it's based in a fictional small town called Prado Village. So it's in the South. I don't know how far south. I want to say I saw Tennessee somewhere in there, but I'm not sure if that related
that's
to.
What it said. Not too
Oh,
far
it did. Okay. The premise of this story is Charity Tate was from Connecticut, and she is an author. She's the only child, and she leaving her mama, her daddy, and her grandma up there, for something new. And her mama wasn't feeling that.
Right.
She didn't have nothing attached, to her in Connecticut. So she was single. She could just move on wherever she wanted to do. Sometimes I wish my life was like that. But it's okay. I'm happy with my baby.
Well, you got a piece of it.
Same.
Yeah.
I can relate.
The author part.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so she bought this huge house. Like, it's a huge house for one person.
Right.
But again, that's kind of how it is when you move to certain areas. It's just a lot cheaper before you get more bang for your buck, and that's what she ended up doing. In this really tiny small town that nobody know where's that, why it exists. People. What they said, people who they don't even know where's that on the map. But so we kind of meet her and her family. Her mom and dad came down to help her move in. Her house had been renovated before she got there for like a good 3 months.
I love that mama.
Right.
You're being sarcastic, right?
I love her mama.
Her mama.
My bad.
Yeah. Her mama.
Yeah, her mom is so dope. Yes,
Yeah.
You're right. When she stood up in that church, woo!
Oh my goodness.
Like, yes. Okay, we're not to that part yet, but yes.
And her daddy with some guns.
Yes. This bullet is for you.
But okay, so we meet her, and I'm just going to talk about not him, but just the other guy, the main character is Keegan Francois.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Dr. Fran,
right?
Dr. Fern,
the only doctor, not the only doctor. I'm sorry. He's like the eligible bachelor in this small town that he grew up in, and he didn't want to like live his entire life there. And he went off to medical school to Columbia, and he was gonna have, how you have your plans for your own life. You think you're gonna do this, you're gonna go da. But when he was in residency at one of the hospitals in New York, his father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So his mom was like, whether she was faking it, I don't know, but I'm sure she was going through it.
I'm sure she was. That woman. Ugh.
No, but like her, she just lost her husband. So, but she used that to make her son move back to this small town that he did not want to live his life at, but he did for her, and he's been there for 5 years. And he literally acts like he hates.
He literally has one of the worst moms that actually took care of him, but she still. I wish.
You know who she reminded me of a little bit.
I wouldn't trade moms with him.
Who she reminded you of? She might have been worse.
I said
the judge.
Oh nah, listen, we already had that conversation.
As soon as we got on here, I said, I think I done found somebody worse than the judge on this.
I think she might be worse because
I feel like she worse.
Yeah.
She worse, man. It's not Talisha for real.
Listen,
Diana
ain't
had
nobody
her
worse
ways.
than that judge. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yeah, she was horrible. She was horrible.
She was so
this lady here, she was horrible. That judge was the devil.
This one too. She's
not.
Right. She was like the devil's daughter, though. She's like a little step under. She wouldn't know.
They sisters. There you go. Yeah, it was bad. So, the way these two clash, what's her name? Chera D was pushing herself too far when she was like trying to clean up her house while the movers and stuff was coming in and moving stuff around and everything. And the girl done passed out because, you know, she ain't eating nothing, she ain't drinking nothing, she just was working too hard. And it was like one of the men who were doing her yard, who's like, you know, a neighbor there, he sent her to the doctor to see Dr. Fran, who she thought was a woman, till she sat up in there and he done walked up in there on her mama.
Yeah, while she about to show her mama her piercing down there.
She right? She wasn't gonna show, her mom was like, you really got a piercing?
You want to see? She was gonna show her.
Take her word for it. Yeah, and this is where it got stupid. Like, it was almost immediate, right? They're in a small town. We already found out before this point that there's this Dr. Fran or Keegan, his boss. I don't want to say boss, but I guess boss. The other doctor in this clinic they work at has a daughter who's like 11 years younger than Keegan. But ever since she was an adult, they've been trying to push this girl on him, like primping her to be his wife when he don't even like her.
And they did. He never said I don't like her until but he ain't never do anything to say that
when
he
he
did
was
like
talking to his friends and they was talking about that, everybody talking about they went on a date when he was pulling out of the parking lot and she was pulling in, they honked and she told everybody they was on a date. I figured after that conversation it was obvious that he didn't want nothing to do with that girl.
She was delirious with her crazy.
He never told her that he didn't want her. He didn't tell like his mama and her dad. Like, he didn't tell them. Only people he told was his like
friends. You right.
Yeah, but
right.
I mean, still, he ain't never show interest either.
I know, but I said I think I would.
So I feel like after a certain time, ain't nobody showing interest. You should let that go. Girl. But in their defense, he ain't never stopped.
And what's up with these parents are like trying to keep the kids with people who have kids in this town? Like, they can venture out. There's people who exist outside of this little town. Girl, it's just But anyway, so Charity, you know, she gets seen by the doctor because, you know, her mom makes her after she passes out. You know, it's a little flirting and stuff going on.
Yeah, they flirt together.
Exactly.
He don't never do that with nobody. So
right. But even though, how when she first walked in, the daggone receptionist had a stank attitude. The nurse that was in the room had a stank attitude, and I don't know. It's like, what? I thought it was maybe the outsider thing. I thought maybe she was just so cute or something, and they were just, you know, being haters. But as soon as like the girl leaves, everybody call her what?
A slut,
or an alcoholic, a drug addict. Just all that, and it's because he was flirting back, and they just like, excuse me, I've been here all my life, and you ain't flirt with me, but you gonna flirt with this newcomer. So they was all in their feelings about it.
Girl, how you gonna say she came in there because she was drunk and she was like, she passed out because she do drugs, all because he was flirting?
How they get that?
Like, how do you do it? It's one thing to like spread gossip about something that actually happened, but it's another thing when you just come
and she did fall out. She did pass out.
They said she groped him in the exam room.
She did flirt a little bit. You know how that telephone thing worked. It kept getting added on.
It was I think the first original message was the messed up one, and then
But, yeah, they definitely wrong for that. They trifling for that, but I get where they coming from, because it's like, dang, that's messed up. You come here one day and you already got my.
You can't be mad at somebody for who he's interested in. If he don't like you,
I get it.
You don't get it. You defended it.
Even though she was interested at that moment, at that time, it just took off from that very first day. It was just gone. They hadn't had no other kind of conversation, no other kind of contact, just that. How you get all that?
They were flirting in there. He even said, "Are you flirting with me?" Listen, they were flirting, and he don't never flirt with nobody. He go to work, he go to his mama house and eat, and he go home.
So why she gotta be a slut because he flirted with her? Why they gotta
do that? Listen, if a man don't want me, he don't want me. I'm good with that. However, I know it's women out there like, dang, you didn't want me forever, but now you want her, and she just got here. I'm just saying, I understand their point of view. I'm not saying that that's me.
Man, it's like people act like they got dibs.
Right?
Somebody. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, you're right. They don't, obviously, because he ain't never show no interest. That you right. But that's not in their mind. They
wait, okay. Yeah. So after this happened, he fired those two girls.
He fired both of them up.
And he needed to.
He did. It should have been.
How many times have you been through
HIPAA training?
How long have you been here? Like, you know how long I've been here. You've hired me.
That's so stupid. But that's serious though. Like he said, this is an outsider. She don't know us from, she can sue us, for something like that. And the Dr. Rowe, like he was too lax with it. Like he just didn't care. He wasn't following protocol for like the privacy and all this confidential stuff as a doctor that she's supposed to have.
Yeah, good records anyway. So I mean, he wasn't.
No.
They little small town was managing for 50
years, girl.
45 years before Mr. Came in 5 years ago. So
if they would have got audited,
he definitely turned it around for the better. And it's definitely good that now people business ain't gonna be out everywhere. So he did right. But it's been going on for 45 years. What you think? Like, you're not gonna change everybody.
No, it's not about changing everybody, but it is about, like, this is a business and this is something you can get sued. They got fined and had to pay thousands of dollars because of how he was running it.
Yeah.
So that was his point. Like, let's do this, the right way. But
I'm sure that's why he put him in charge.
Remember, he said he wanted to take it back immediately. He wanted to take it back because he thought that he was just going to, do what he wanted or do it how it has always been, not really realizing he was going to try to, do everything the right way. They got fired. It was
his mama was like, give him back his day job.
Right.
One of them going to do that just for this outsider. Like, dang.
I mean, it's like everybody would attack him. Everybody would attack anybody, because everybody knew everybody's business like super quick. But the way, like his mama, like why do you care? Like these kids, what? Because I'll make her look. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because it's her son who fired them. I don't know.
It's just like he said, they're a family. That little town is a family. Like they one big happy family. They want everybody to stay in the family, which is ridiculous.
Well, family, when they started letting the boat sink, you gonna have to let somebody go, and that's what was, we're not all going down.
I love when he went to her to apologize. No, after that we met his cousin, his play cousin,
Molly.
Oh, Molly,
yeah, I love her.
Let him use her car because he didn't want to drive more.
You're right.
He didn't want to cause more drama when he went to go apologize to her.
Yeah,
so he's like, if they see my car going that way and I don't live that way because it's a small town, they gonna you can talk more trash about it.
They said all the church women was coming to her house, to try to like what is this? Who does that? Because they got
She watched them. That is hilarious.
I know. I wouldn't answer the door either. I'm glad she had that camera thing. Even if she did not, they could answer the door for these fools. But I did like how everything that people would say about her, she never let it get to her. Like it always rolled off of her because, I mean, she good because
she's very good.
Yeah, they were tough, but it's funny how, you know, when he, like you said, when he wents to go apologize,
she's like, "Oh, you think I'm trying to sue you?" I was like, I love her.
that was
you talking about, because she thought that she was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you was engaged." Like she thought he had a whole fiance. The way these people be lying.
Yeah. And he's like, "Who? Wait, what?" That's how you go from not like, girl. I don't even know how the room would get to that.
He said, "I'm not engaged." He went even further than that. "I don't have no girlfriend." He went even I'm not sleeping with. I'm like, dang, okay.
Look at it
out there like I am a free bird. Like she's like, "Well, I ain't sorry, dude." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I like her. I liked her personality. She was funny. She was like lighthearted with everything. But they moved kind of fast to me.
Yeah, he came and knocked on her door like, "Hey, we about to go hiking." Then they kissed. I was like, "Oh
yeah." That was like what, the next day?
Like tongue in the throat. Like it was a few days later. I think it was 3 days later, but still.
Was it not when she met Molly?
It's not like there's they young kids. They grown. They in their 30s. Hey, why?
I know, but like, I don't
you
know
kissing people in the mouth, in the
right,
tongue, and all that stuff.
They ain't have COVID back then. That's before.
What? Yeah. No, she like, who knocks on your door? You don't know me. I think she had just had lunch, right? She had went to the diner. Wasn't this like after Molly had sat with her? Tell me, because I feel like they went to church.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. So it was after she spoke to. Yeah, she met
Bethany.
She met the cousin, but still,
she met Bethany for the first time, and she handled her own with that. I was like, okay, well, she all right. She good. Yeah,
that Bethany girl. I tell you.
I don't even know, because it's one thing for like the people, family, whatever, to be pushing them together, but she really thought that was a man. Like,
but why? You know what? Why it never came out how she really was, what she was doing in the other city? Why it never came out? I wanted Keegan to know, and I wanted his mama to know.
Especially his mama, because his mama been pushing her, been calling the other girl a slut, when really the person you trying to get your son with is the slut. Like,
Chattanooga choo-choo train.
Like, I was ready for that too. It was messy enough, but I was ready for that.
But see, you can tell by the character of people, because they let her know, but that they knew, but they didn't put all that out there like that. You know, even though
that's true. It's like,
they tried to do that to her.
That didn't stop her though. She was still coming for her. Still, you thought she would have stopped, but no, she didn't. She didn't.
That's true. I mean, I guess because the way she like shut up real quick after they said that, maybe if everybody knew, she would shut up. Like she would stop. So I don't know. I'm not. I don't think I'm petty, but like after what they did to her, I probably would have did it. I probably would have like, "Oh, you got something for the papers? Okay, let me Shoot. Yeah, I would have found pictures, and I would have had proof and everything. I would have had interviews.
Yes, man, that was crazy. Crazy.
But okay, so her and what's his name again? Keegan. Try going to these hikes. I can't do these hikes. And the heat
on the hike. I want to do it.
I'm like her with the critters though.
Hikes are so fun. And I guess with I don't like critters, but I'm not as bad as her.
I don't like being outside already. Unless it's like a cool temperature. Like, I don't like being out in the heat. My skin don't like it either. Like, I break out like immediately when I start sweating these days. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I feel like it's a good reward at the end, you know, like with the waterfall or being at the top and seeing everything. However, you got to go back down. And
it wasn't too hard going back down that waterfall.
I'm sure it wasn't. I would have jumped though. I would have jumped.
Maybe
if he was jumping with me, like I would have jumped.
You wouldn't have jumped.
I'm not jumping.
I would have. That's like when you go to the pool, like to the water parks, and they be having that big old tall thing, and you jump into the water.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Oh, I've done that because I can swim, so I do it. It's funny. But yeah, so that was fast. Like I said, you know, the more they saw each other, the more people started talking. The more people started, oh, she already got her claws into our prized possession.
The more his mama was calling his phone, making it seem like something wrong with her.
In the store that time though, when she met her for the first time in the grocery store, when she met his mama,
Yes.
I was like, this lady is a whole trip. That was just ridiculous. You need to stay away from
my son.
And then gonna yell it.
I said, stay away from. You said what? Oh, she was so respectful. I was like, yes, girl.
She really was. She kept saying, Lord, help me. But he helped her because she really kept it together. She said what she had to say.
Yeah, she did.
But
that's what I liked about her.
She
said every time what she wanted to say. She ain't hold back.
And she ain't have to be disrespectful about it, because I know plenty of times you want to be like, you know, but you can't say stuff. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't, because you gotta be respectful, even if it's an elder. Because I feel like I'm not gonna ever disrespect somebody's mama like that, but you do have to get it. Like, look, you ain't the only grown up in this situation. I'm an adult too. Now we ain't gonna do all this. And you ain't my mama. First of all,
man,
I would have cursed her out so bad. She would have been everything but a child of God. Like,
then your man, he wouldn't have been your man.
What'd you say?
He wouldn't have been your man no more. Then if you curse his mama,
he just wouldn't be my man no more. Cause I just couldn't.
That's a tough one to be in a relationship. I mean, that's what I say. Like, I guess it's just about her, but like to be in a relationship with somebody, and their mama is a plumb fool like that. Like, you really have to be like she was. You have to be like, okay, it's just me and you in this relationship, nobody else, so that's all that matters. As long as we good.
And I would have cussed him out too.
Why you would have cussed him out?
He can't control his mammy.
Your mama is a bit, and then he would have said something to me, and then I would have had something to him. Because I would have told him what his mama was.
No, because you can't say that. That's still his mama.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying I would have had to cuss him out, because I would have talked about his mama. You know how people feel about their mama. So then I would have to cuss him out too, because he would have been mad. So yeah.
Then you would have been right back in Connecticut.
Wow.
I would have been in my nice house.
That's one thing. You ain't finna
with all my guns, just like his mama, just like her daddy had for her.
After you do all that renovation, you have this really nice house, and then you have to deal with these ignorant people who run this town. The only thing that was really good to me is that, you know, Mr. O, who owned the grocery store, he was like, I love him.
That's my
favorite character. Like, I love him, and that's his girlfriend, like you said.
I love her. I couldn't do what she did. I think she's amazing. I love her.
He was 92 years old, still kicking. He was.
He had so much good advice. I just want him in my life, just to sit down and talk to every now and then. You know, like he just.
He gonna roast you now. He roasted his sister like a dog.
Okay, don't nobody smell like that. No, okay.
I don't want to be his sister.
Look now, that woman. He said,
I want to be his girlfriend.
When she stand up and when she sit down. When it's wintertime and when it's summertime, she smell like somebody.
Talking about his booty hole.
His booty hole. Oh my gosh, I can see him. I love that.
Like, you gotta talk about Bob. You need to talk about her. Like,
right, man, girl. So
he's hilarious.
All right, so these two are dating. Okay, they having a good time. They forgetting everybody else. Her friend, what's her friend? Rusty?
Russ.
Is he gay?
I don't know. I feel like he is.
I feel like fine though. But then again, he was just like, he was trying to get at, it seemed like at the end, he was like,
Molly, right?
I want to take you on a vacation with what's the name? Because what's the name? I was like, does he like her? Because it seemed like they blinked at each other one time.
That's what I said. I didn't see like afterwards when the mama and them had came back with her, and she said she was gonna see them later. Like she winked at him, and I'm like, so wait a minute, dude, is he both ways? Like, what is this? Because I felt like it was something.
I just feel like it's no way that he could be that fine and she be that fine, and they
not together.
I'm like,
Right. I thought
that too. Like they love each other too much. I was like,
I thought that too.
You gotta be gay.
That's what I.
But then I was like,
they never say. They never say.
And then the shirt,
they never say.
How he be dressing. He always got a little man bun, and I just see him being.
He like decorates better than her.
Boy.
He could be a pretty boy, but at the same time, he would be going after the girls though. Like the way he was talking and girl, like men don't do that. I don't see like the men they don't say girl before they say something to you. Like they don't. Not the men I know.
He just messy. He messy too.
He is messy. Now that is one thing. He can't be straight and messy. And like when you do that,
he was like, "No, I'm gonna stay here." He was like, she's like, my mama finna tell these people off. He ran so fast. He say, well, woman, I'm behind 2 minutes. I'm nice.
So yeah, I think he is. But I see him as like really cute, like for real. You know how he was dressing with his little shirt, like the whatever little sailboats and all that kind of stuff. What did he do?
He must not look too gay. What they saying that was her. She was who she. Right. It was her was sleeping with.
It was just a man.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, soon as but they wanted that to happen. They were, playing into it and like giving them something to talk about, which was hilarious, and I love that about the both of them. Well, anyway, they're dating. Everybody's trying to get in between, lying about stuff like the doctors be on call. You know how it is. So you have certain weekends where you're on call, and it's almost like every time this man is at that girl's house, Keegan's mom calls about something. She faked a freak, telling him all of the symptoms of a heart attack. And he sees her and there's nothing wrong with her. He was like, who told you I was at Charity's house?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Who told you I was over there? Because
it was about to be the first time. I thought she was about to break that up for real. But it didn't happen, So I'm like,
Hey, when he came to that fork in the road, I was like, you better go back to that girl's house. You gotta not go home.
I thought his mom broke that up. Cause it's like she like pissed him off. Cause like dang, and then now I gotta go back over here and tell her you lying. Like
that is a problem though. Like, but he like it said he let everything. He was always reacting to everything, but it was always kind of done to her.
Right.
And even with this type of situation, like she didn't care. Like whatever, let's do what we gonna do because that's what they did.
You knew he was gonna go back to Charity House when he ain't been with nobody for 6 to 7 months.
Who was he with?
We didn't find that out
until he haven't been with nobody that long. So you knew he was going back there after he didn't have a little taste.
I didn't
come back.
I did not know he was gonna go back. I thought his mama really stopped it because he just like. Cause it's like she legit didn't want you to be over there so bad. She faked the heart attack, and it's like, yeah, I thought it was done for just for that day though. I ain't think it was done completely.
Yeah,
but I just thought he wasn't gonna go back that day.
Yeah, let me just go on, cause but nah. The dumb thing is they're still dating. They're still doing their thing, and like these little calls are not just coming from his mom. They're coming from all the other little messy people and older people in this daggone little town. And one night, I think they just finished, was about to do, I don't know, but they got a call and he's like, bro, like, who is it now? What's wrong? Like, talking to the operator lady, and found out it was Miss May. Miss May is like one of his like toughest patients. She never listens. Her high blood pressure, diabetes, she already got what did he say, down to 8 toes. And she's gaining weight and she's not listening to what he's telling her. Even Dr. Rowe told her, like, I guess you just might as well go ahead and lay down next to your husband who in the cemetery, because that's where you headed.
Who said that?
Like,
yes, he did.
Oh, okay. But he went to the daggone house. This is after after the waterfall? I want to say
they were at the house having sex. And that's when they called for him. They had called for him to
because she was in the car with him.
Oh, when you talking about before the lady went in the hospital had that.
So you're not talking about
not the real thing. No, this is the
over there. I thought you were talking about the heart attack. Oh no,
no, not the mom. I'm talking about Miss May.
Yeah, they just had sex at the waterfall, and they was in the car.
Yeah, Miss May called talking about it was her brother.
Yeah, okay.
Bleeding everywhere. So Miss May and Mr. O, they the last siblings of what he's like 9 of them, and they're the oldest ones in the town.
Yeah,
and they live together because both of their spouses have passed away. Well, she just moved in without him knowing. That's what she did. And she's been there ever since. But girl, they went over there, and he left her in the car, which I thought he was gonna leave the car on, like it's hot. Why would you turn the car off? But whatever.
No, it's okay.
No, leave the car on because it's hot. She's suffering already now. She already got the AC problem. What she did, she handled it. But
she all right because her boyfriend said he ain't having that.
Girl. So yeah, Mr. O, this is dumb thing though. He come in there ready to like, okay, what's wrong? What's the problem? Mr. O like, what you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really thought it was something serious this time. I'm like, y'all, and I felt like y'all keep doing this crying wolf thing. And when something is serious gonna happen, he not gonna run to your rescue. And you know, that's gonna be the, you know, the thing. And that's what happened too. But
yeah,
good Lord, like that's when I realized how funny, you know, Mr. O was when he went in on his sister after she tried to tell him about the blood. He was talking about, that's my hemorrhoids. And if somebody, not even just older people, but Black people, we'll go through some pain and not go to the doctor to get it, you know, get it fixed. We just go ahead and just, it's all right, I'll just handle it. Go to the doctor and get it handled. Like he said, you ain't got to go through this pain. Like they have ways to get rid of this, you know, hemorrhoids. You don't have to sit. And he's 92. Like you should be wanting to be comfortable. But he'd be dealing with that. And then they went back and forth and found all them cakes and pies and bacon and all that kind of stuff in the refrigerator for the sister.
Because he snitched. He say, really look at her fridge.
Right.
She want to talk about me.
Talking about them hot dogs in the back of her neck and
oh Lord, that man knows.
How about her feminine odor? That was horrible.
That was Rasputia.
She didn't really never came back at him that hard.
No,
like, she can't.
But what I'm saying is, like, why did she want to stay there with him? We going off on her.
She starts it. No, she starts it.
Yeah, because they said she was doing a prayer. She said something about him. He grabbed the mic.
Please help my big back, wide back.
Yeah, I'm like,
he's stupid.
I don't know why she starts with him, because he it's like she be at like level 2 with it, and he go all the way to 10. Like, man,
that's kind of people you don't want to mess with, but she ain't never gonna learn.
Never.
But that was hilarious. And then like this crazy, because this is the part where Keegan warned her of you can end up having a stroke. You can end up you can die. Like, stop. You ain't. And he looked at her medicine. You ain't even taking your medicine. Like, for real.
And it's something that is constantly spoken to her about it.
Yeah, and it's for years. And like she's like but she represents a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
You know, just stubborn and don't listen and don't take their medicine. I'm gonna be all right. We're gonna, and like this stuff is real. Your health is real. You have to take care of yourself. Can't nobody force him.
Nope.
But he was like, he gonna come to your house every morning to see you take them pills if he had to. But
he was doing a lot extra that he didn't have to do. He was doing way above and beyond. And so when he met Charity, it did slow down, but it was okay. I thought it was okay because he didn't have to go and do that.
It was like, since it's a family, I'm going to make sure. But if you were just a regular family doctor, you would not do that at all. Maybe for your mama, but you wouldn't do all of that. And it's like, that's not, I hate that he put all that on himself. I mean, I don't know if everybody else did too, but he took on too much of the responsibility to make sure grown people did what he already told them.
Right.
Like, that's not on you. And that's what Mr. O told him. Like, when she, Miss May finally had a real emergency, but he was like with Charity, he took the day off, because they had it covered at the clinic. But just because he was, he could have been anywhere. Let's say it like that. He could have been over here, over there, at home, sleeping, like, I'm just tired type of day. It could have been anything. But since he was with her, when it happened, it's like, oh, this relationship is the problem.
Right.
I'm like, oh my gosh. So they had the little carnival, the summer festival. They had all went to after they found out that Bethany she liked a lot of people at the same time, but she goes to the next town.
When she was a whole
forget her whole, like I said, they call her the whole trading station. That's how you know that boy messy.
Just like every hole in her body to be, penetrated at the same time.
Just one of my holes. He said every hole. He said 4 holes, but 3 holes, but 4 guys. Or something he said. It's like, what?
Yeah.
How does that work? I don't know. But anyway, but after they get this little mess, right? They have the summer festival, and this is like, where the town makes some money. You have vendors and the carnival and stuff, and they run into Bethany, of course. And I love the way they handled that when she gonna try to shake Rusty's hand.
Right.
Girl, you know I'm with. I already know. And he was talking about, that's Destiny.
Oh, she can't keep my name out your mouth. No, I haven't heard about it from her. Like, oh, yes.
This is what I heard.
Loyal. Like, yes.
Oh my God. That was a good part.
That was very good. Yes.
I wish it could have went further, like y'all said. I do now. I see why I wish it could have been like publicly done, but you know what.
Right.
And then Keegan, he pops up and they go on a Ferris ride.
Ain't no way I would have did that.
What the
I'm
heck,
gonna tell you right now. I ain't doing it. No.
I mean, technically, she ain't do nothing.
She let him. She let him. No.
If you're going on a Ferris wheel, right? It go in circles like that. So you come back down. People can't see you. They can't see you, right? So he handled his business with his hands, you know, with her on the Ferris wheel. And then they get down.
You better hurry up.
So now we're gonna get something to sip on because she ready to like finish that, you know, after they real quick. So she's standing there waiting, child, and somebody behind her.
It's mama yet again. That woman is crazy.
The devil's sister.
Still talking, man. She's still like, Didn't
I tell you to stay away from my son? Like, is that your man? Like, what's
right? Right. That woman. I don't know. I can't never understand it. I don't.
Why she didn't say that? Why you want your son to be with a lady that likes trains running on her? She
could have said that, but if she should have said she was alive, she wouldn't have believed her.
Keegan was right there behind her. Could have told both of them at the same time.
I sure would have, but I wouldn't have made it this far because she already would have been cussed out.
Girl.
But if I did happen to make it this far, she would have definitely heard about it then.
Girl, it's so stupid. But I'm glad that because I was wondering like where he at. Because don't take a long watch your daggone hands. 26.
Right.
Come back and see what your mama doing.
Yeah.
But luckily he was there and he heard her and he told her.
He told her off.
Really?
Are you having a heart? What do you say? Are you having a heart attack?
Like
what's wrong? It's got to be something wrong with your brain. Be talking to her like that. I was like, oh, thing.
Yeah. But he told the mama what he said that night. He told her that before.
He did. So it kind of like it. What does it do? Because like you said, he has repeatedly told her this. This is the first time he did it in front of Charity.
Right.
But the whole point of him saying, you know, I care for her more than I care about your opinion.
Oh,
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
That's what I said.
Oh. I was like, okay, well, he ain't say that before.
Yeah.
So that's how, you know, like that. Oh, that he like her, you know. I mean, I guess you can already tell that, like the way he was gone from the jump. Like he always said, nothing ever piqued his interest. He was piqued the first time he saw her, and the fact that he did that, I feel like it was a good thing that he said all that in front of Charity, but at the same time, his mama don't care. His mama,
she don't care.
Said, it's manipulative. She wants what she wants. She ran his dad in the way she wanted, and he was like, I feel like my dad was trying to get me out of here. So she wasn't the same, you know, to him. But because his dad passed, she was kind of able.
But she know when to keep her mouth shut, don't she?
Because she's scared. Because she's scared.
When what's face Charity mama and them came down there.
Oh man, I read that verbatim, girl. 3 times.
But after the carnival, you know, that's when she had a little paper come out, and Rusty had came to our house and gave her the newspaper, and he was feeling some kind of way. And child, they done put this girl. First of all, it's nothing wrong with what she doing. First, let's just put that. She was a romance author, so of course, you know, it's sex in her books and stuff. But these people act like how you gonna act the way you act?
They called her a slut, and then said this is what this slut do for
the town slut. That's what they called it. Yeah, this is what she do for
And then
they put a whole passage of what she wrote, which you cannot do in the newspaper.
Right.
I'm like, really, but she handled it again. Like I wouldn't have been mad at that either, though. But she handled that again, and just for Rusty, like you know, they said, well, they must have liked the book, but they just couldn't say it, so they had to put it on.
Yep. Thanks for making me some more money.
Right.
Yeah.
And then here comes Keegan coming in like with a long face, trying to, you know, prepare for her being upset about what they said about her. And she like, bro, come on. I gotta tell you, if we good, everything's good.
He's like, I am gonna call my lawyer because what they did. But other than that, we good.
Exactly. And they're gonna try to do a retraction after that. Nah, bro, you already did what you did. And found out, of course, that the mama was behind it, obviously, because that's when you remember they said it got real quiet around town about nobody saying nothing to them. They knew something was gonna happen, and that's what it was. But this is the night where he spent the time with her. He took off, the rest of the day for work. And Miss May had a real emergency, but he didn't answer his phone because it was hours. It was in business.
She don't listen.
Nope.
Yeah.
We all knew she was gonna die, and she didn't even die. But anyways.
Thinking back, they was trying to get a hold of him, but why didn't the other doctor go over there? All they had to do was see that she was having a stroke and then call the ambulance to take it to the other hospital.
Why did they put that on him? Because he took off the rest of the day. He's not on call. It's still business hours. This is not after hours. One of they had a nurse practitioner, which was a female, to deal with the female, because he was women want to talk. Oh, the little girl with the period. I'm sorry, I just thought about that.
Oh yeah,
but she thought she was dying.
That's sad. I didn't talk to her about that.
That's what I'm saying. How she had that talk with her yet? But yeah. So I didn't understand why Dr. Rowe couldn't have handled that. Why? I don't know. That was stupid. He should have went. Let me leave. Whoever there handled. The people. I'll be right back. And go check her out and stuff. He could have done that.
Yeah, if they couldn't reach him. Yeah,
that was so unnecessary. Right. First of all, they shouldn't be trying to reach him because he, like you said, he wasn't on call.
But I would call ambulance from the jump.
Right. I mean,
afterwards.
Even Ali, who was the Nye, right? He was the friend who was Ollie's grandson or something. He's the one who busted, was at the door at Charity's house to come get him. Keegan, but at the same time, he's not the only doctor in town, so I don't understand why they put all of that on him like that, because it really wasn't.
He allows it, and he takes that pressure, and he does everything for them.
Yeah,
but
so he gets there, realizes she done had a massive stroke, and they get the ambulance to come, which they could have, like you said, done immediately. Because this is not a hospital, this is a family clinic, and they have to take her to the hospital. That should have been the obvious thing to do. Right. So, but again, they put that on him. So that's what I didn't care for that. But as soon as they put her in the ambulance, and then she's gone now, and
here come his mama.
Well, no, I was gonna say Mr. O. He came and told him look, it's not your fault. I know what's going to happen. We all know the whole town going to be on you acting because you live in your life, that it's your fault that this happened when it's not. And he was so right about that because he knew. Because
he said, she don't listen. She put this on herself.
It was not his fault because he did everything right.
It's so dope.
He did everything right. But the fact, I think it was more so that it was so fresh. It just happened. And then his mama came in with the wound still open, because he feel guilty, he's a good person. He feels like he could have did more, but you can't do it. You can't here she come. It's your fault if you wasn't cavorting with that little girl, which she would be okay right now. I'm the stroke was gonna happen either way. It was gonna happen. He don't control what this woman eat. He ain't there with her like that. I hated that. And everybody wants to use the girl as the excuse of anything that he does, even though he ain't do nothing. So she got into it.
The one time that they really hash on him versus hashing on her, he can't handle it. But she been handling everything. And that really I loved him the whole story until he did what he said to her. And I just was so mad at him. And I wish she didn't take him back. But I guess
that's exactly how I felt. I was
she loved him or whatever. But man,
I was Team Keegan. I was they good. Good. And all that stuff. He went to the hospital and he didn't have his phone. He left his phone at the girl house, and he ain't come back and get it or nothing like that. And she took her a jog the next morning, and she had her, and she saw him go into the office. So she went in to see, what was going on, and, to check on him. And this fool gonna tell her what they doing ain't worth. It ain't worth everything.
All that we going through, it ain't worth it. All that we actually, I've been the one going through all of this. Oh, she said everything she needs to say.
Yes.
But I'm still mad at him to this day.
Like, I don't understand how is it her fault? Like, how are you falling for that? Well, because I'm in love with you. If you was in a relationship with anybody, it don't have to be her. You would be.
He didn't even say love. He said lust.
He did say lust. Because he let his mama say whatever was between her legs got you all, and that's not what it was about. She made him feel that way, and he took it. Like, he just accepted everything his mom said, and he took it out on her. And he, like, this was fun, but
this was fun. Lust. This ain't worth it. I was like, oh. It's like he just was just slapping back and forth, man. I got so hot. I was so mad at him. Like, I was mad at myself for liking him. Like, just all that.
I'm sure she was too. I'm sure she was too. Because, like, how are you freaking serious? But I'm glad she was able to tell him how he was. He was a coward.
She still told him how she felt about him. He wouldn't have knew that I loved him. He wouldn't have known. He just would have known that he's what she said about him.
A coward. That's what he was, and he was a coward.
And he gonna get up like, I'm a coward. Yeah, you are. The one time something happened, all this time they've been calling you. All this time you've been responding. You've been seeing and checking, and it's always been nothing.
And she never told him not to answer the phone. Never. No. She always said, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it.
You don't have to. Because it could, like, honestly, it could be something. You just have to kind of roll with it. I don't know how long they was going to be doing it. Yeah, he jumped stupid, and she left. And she left. She was just going to go to the next town, and the girl kept driving 16 straight hours. She's at her mama's house. I'm like, they really,
That's what I would have cried too. I felt that bad. He don't be like that. I would have been hurt, like, when he told me all that. He would have known I was hurt because she told him how she loved him and how she in love with a coward and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you a blank, 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 and left it at that. But anyway, when she cried and told her mama, I was like, oh, and then her mom hugged her and stuff. It was so sweet.
You know what? When she did that, I was mad at her. I'm like, F him. Like, I was like, don't be feeling all sad about it. That's all I was mad because of how he did her. And she was a good person.
Yeah, but she loved him.
I didn't want her to be mad about it. But I understand.
He just ain't had to know that how she felt. It was cool that she was able to talk to her mom about it.
Yeah.
And then her mom was like, you drop all that, go sleep and we'll talk about it later. I was like, her mom wasn't trying to butt into it and had to know. She just cared about her daughter.
Yeah.
She was so beautiful. I hope to be as good as your mom as I felt like she was to her daughter.
And a grandma too. The next day.
Yeah, I love her grandma.
Her grandma nasty.
She is.
She reminds me of your mama.
That's my mama.
She is nasty.
Straight up. Man, like, yeah. I felt. I was like, I don't know, because I felt like she really let so much roll off, and like she said, until it affects us, like, I don't care, and that's what it did. That was the one blow. The real blow that they had came from him.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, all these little, they hurt me, you hurt me. I was like, oh, well, we ain't at the part yet, but yeah.
But I'm gonna go. So, she talks to her family, whatever. It's funny how her mama talking about, you ain't welcome here no more. And I'm like, right. And then the daddy's talking about, yes, she is. And she walked into the room. He come back, baby, you ain't welcome here no more.
And then he whispered in, you can stay here as long as you want. I don't care what she said to me.
I'm like, y'all so slow. But I do get it. Like, I do get, like, because, like, the grandma was like, you let these fools run you out of town?
Right.
Like, for real?
She's like, no, they didn't. And then she finally said, yes, I ran. And she was like, and now what you gonna do about it? Now that you just, said what I done.
Get your man. Like, go get my man. He the one. I was, girl, please. I don't eat now. He need to come get me. Because he the one who did that. But I think that was really cool. Because the first time the grandma couldn't come because she had, like, knee surgery. Right. She first moved there. So this time around, like, they could take that drive together. And they did, child. They got into town. And I didn't know who that was at the house though. I'm like, wait, who?
I
didn't know the car.
I was like, the car.
I was like,
no, I'm like, I don't know.
I didn't even think about it until when she said like somebody was in the house. I was like, that gotta be Rusty. Who else got a key?
Like,
that's true though, because he had already told her when he left that he was gonna come back.
Exactly. Yep. But we weren't thinking, we weren't there because everything that happened. But that was funny because grandma was like, well, if you get robbed, I ain't coming in. But yeah, mama talking about when church started. She like,
so immediate. They just got off the road.
She like, mama don't play. She said they got my baby messed up.
And then when she was like, mama, you ain't finna do nothing. She said, I'm telling them meet me outside. Like, mama, you ain't. They say, yes, she will, because she beat somebody up for taking you off of the daggone ride when you was a kid. Karen went to jail. Oh, got arrested. I'm sorry, she didn't go to jail. But she got arrested and then she got off, because she said what did happen. Somebody took my baby off the thing, so I whooped her. And I understand that because you think you'd be the sweetest person on the planet, but you messing with my kid and
right,
I gotta die. Yeah,
you get murdered, chopped up. Don't touch my children. Don't hurt my children, and you won't get hurt. But yeah, so she's like, they really not gonna go. She waiting till the last minute, like we not gonna go. And her mom was like, get ready and let's go. And that's what you said about Rusty.
Let's go.
About Rusty not wanting to go until he found out what's gonna go down.
Can we read this though?
Well, go ahead.
She said, "My name is Stephanie Tate, and this is my mother, Mariah. We're from Connecticut. I'm sure you know my daughter. What is it, Shantae? Sade?
Charity. No,
Charity. Sorry, Charity. Sorry, Charity. I'm sure you know my daughter, Charity. We came down because this lovely Christian community has been slaughtering her name all over town and tried to run her out of here. So I just thought I'd come down to fellowship." She called her name. I'm sorry. Miss Margaret and Miss Bethany, I would love to share some northern Christianity ministry at the service. Thank you for having us. Like, she's not playing.
Christian hands.
She's like,
that's what she said.
Yes. She like,
I loved it. I love it.
She like,
and guess who couldn't be found after the church service?
How about that?
None of them could be found. Like,
nope.
Keegan wasn't there, but Bethany and the mama was there sitting next to each other, and neither one of them wanted to meet Miss Stephanie because I was waiting for that. I was like, okay, let me see what she gonna do.
I was like, dang, they about to fight. Like, yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen because that's what's gonna happen. Because I feel like she wasn't even gonna say none of them. She was just gonna grab their hair.
Popping? No. I thought there was gonna be some words, and it was gonna be like she was gonna call
her words in the
like you walk up to, oh, how you doing? What the problem is? She's like, I ain't got no problem. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Now I thought she was gonna grab her head and start to swing it.
Oh my God.
Keegan mama wasn't gonna say nothing. Keegan mama wasn't gonna say nothing.
Like he said, his mama is all bark until you bark back. So nothing happened. Obviously, they were ghosts after church had ended, both of them. Even Beth and the little punk self. So the Dr. Keegan is not in town, right? Because Dr. Keegan he was like, okay, it's been 3 weeks since I've talked to this girl. Every time I call, it goes straight to voicemail, so she must have blocked me. And he got on a plane to go to Connecticut to look for his girl.
And he's been looking for jobs.
He was like,
there.
Right.
And he had a conversation with his mama. And he had a conversation with that little girl. And let them know, listen, I don't want you. I never wanted you. I never will want you. Get out of my mama's house. I'm about to talk to my mama. I'm living my life. I don't want to do nothing that you want me to do. I'm doing what I want to do. And if you got a problem with that, oh well. And I might not be here if she ain't coming back. Because she's the only happiness that I ever had. I was like, dang.
That's what Mr. Ali came in for his girl for his appointment, and that's what he came in there for. Basically, tell him that he's stupid.
and go get my girlfriend back that I'm letting you borrow.
He did. He crazy, but like he did help him like put in perspective. I mean, I know he already felt that, but Mr. Ali was like, "Does she make you happy?" were you happy before she got here?
Right.
Like, you know, so all of that.
How you feeling now? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it took all that for him to whatever.
All that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, he finally like, dang, I ain't never think about it like that. I really ain't never been happy but when I was, here. And the fact that it didn't matter if I stayed here all because she was here, that's a big deal. Because like he kept saying he don't want to be there. He want to be somewhere else. He hates this. Like he just don't. And as soon as she comes, well, shoot, it ain't bad no more. But yeah, he did all that. And I really was thinking like, dang, if you go to Connecticut and she down here, but the daddy's still in Connecticut, I was like, is he gonna like meet the daddy? Because that's what she wanted.
He surely is.
He did.
But he did. And he got that special bullet his daddy showed him with the boy name on it. And I was like, yep, you need that. I thought that was pretty cool that they kind of missed each other and that the dad was there when he came down, came up there. So now they've been there.
And then I loved his mom even more. Oh, what you about to say?
Who mama?
I keep saying this. I loved her mom even more when they had when he finally came to the house and they had their conversation in the kitchen. But yeah.
Oh, that whole and this is how a mom stays out of her child's business. I'm teaching class.
Oh yeah.
And I'm teaching class with yeah, I was like, oh yes.
The grandma talking about, oh, they gonna make some pretty babies.
Right. I felt she took him back too fast. She didn't even give him time to.
It was 3 weeks.
No.
He suffered through that.
Not for her though. She didn't know that he went there. Yeah, it had been a long 3 weeks, and then he just gonna show up and then just bam.
Oh, she was mad too. She was like, you ain't even try to call me in all these 3 weeks. Like, forget you. He was like, but you blocked me.
I've been calling you 10 times a day. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I've done that before. I blocked somebody and forgot I blocked them. They always somebody trying to reach me. I was like, I'll never get your stuff. I said, oh, my bad.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Gotta remember to unblock people. Oh, dang, that was like a year long block. And I'm like, I don't know why she keep telling me I ain't getting no messages. It was a nice year. But anyway, yeah, so like you said, I mean, he went out there to talk to her. They kind of, it's like he went through the whole family, right after he did what he did, and everybody knows he went through dad, then he went to through the mom and the grandma, and like he finally kind of got not their blessings, whatever, but like, all right, go ahead and go talk to her, because she asked. The mama was going to ask something about if he loved her or something, but she said, like, don't tell me. If you do, go tell her first. I was like, oh, that was real nice, mama. But yeah, and he went out there. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could see, like, I don't know how she would have let him wait a little longer. She wanted him, so she missed him. So I don't know.
She was real with what was in her heart. And I feel like that would have been in my heart too. But he would have known. I would have missed out on the opportunity because I still would have been mad, and I still would have been like, get out my house. Like, I don't care that they let you through, but this is my house. Like, get out. Like,
and why are you talking to me?
Yeah, but she did love him.
I'm not worth it. Remember? Why are you here? Like, I still would have been like, get out.
Wait, didn't somebody pull that? I think her mama said that. Didn't her mama say something about something worth it?
She sure did, but I would have repeated it. And like, but I'm glad that she had no pride, like, in a way of it. She let him know exactly how she felt.
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't like that. Thing stopping her, but like, nah, whatever, like trying to fight it because of that. But yeah, they had a little conversation, a little small conversation, and he got back in. He was like, are we good? I'm like, I don't know yet. That's why I'm like, I don't know yet. Let me see. Cause your mama too, he talking about he talked to her, like, whatever. And she said, well, good, because I didn't want to keep telling her, bless your heart, Yeah,
that was so cute.
I was like, shoot, you gonna still have to say it, because I don't know. People take a long time to change, and that woman is how she is. But I feel like he's not gonna let it get to him. Like he kind of did.
I also don't think the girl gonna keep coming at them, because he clearly told her, like,
Bethany,
the first time that I don't want you, I never will want you, get out. Like, I was just like,
he told her to get out. Like, for real,
yes.
For real.
See, some people you have to be harsh with for them to get the picture. He had to be harsh with her.
His mama ain't
sure
want
was.
because he was talking to his mama.
She just gonna have to deal. The mama just gonna have to deal.
She can't push Bethany on him no more. I know that much, but I don't like. She got to get over it. Like I don't even understand what the problem is. I mean, okay, because they want somebody who lives from there. I mean, is that the main issue? Because she's an outsider. She did say that time about, he a doctor, so you trying to come here and get money. It's like, how would she have known that? She just got there. Like,
she got her own money. She don't need him.
She bought this house. Like, I'm sure her house was better than his. It's like, that made me mad. And I don't care. She worse than Judge. She worse than
I think she's worse. She's worse.
At least she this one, since y'all want to keep saying that she worse than the judge, I guess I gotta put my 2 cents in.
Because it's not the judge was with the daughter, with the family. She is just at least she only got one son and she just in his business about their relationship. At least she ain't like that judge that like all his girl life she did this to her. All because of something that happened to her.
All his life, she was manipulating him to do what she wanted him to do.
Yeah.
No, all his life she pushed him to be good and get good grades in school. And
when he was a kid, little.
She is nowhere near the witch devil that I despise
Girl,
to this
you
day.
are blinded.
And y'all not what?
You're blinded.
Whatever.
We just let it go because the judge ain't part of this, but we just comparing
exactly.
This, like
y'all stop saying that she worse.
Okay, but she is worse. This woman is worse because the woman was not interfering in that girl's life today. She was just being stupid and she just was like hating on her daughter because she was dumb. But they resolved it, right? So whatever. Because her lies are now out. Anyway.
Right.
This lady, I don't think she's gonna change. Because what problems does she have? That's just how she is.
Right.
But anyway, so that was it. That was the book. That was the story. She forgave him at the end.
Bless y'all heart.
But I really did like the story. I laughed a lot because I thought
I did too.
It was really funny. And I was like, ugh, like I rolled my eyes so many times from that between Mama and Bethany. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, come on. But when it was between Keegan and Charity, I was loving it. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed their relationship and the little fun stuff that they would do. And they were like playful, because her and these critters. And he's like, come on, man, dang. It's like, live a little, he was talking like, I got you, I'll protect you and stuff. But like she said,
and she showed
if something happens to you, you're gonna need a doctor. Like, because you can get hurt too.
And she still went up on there. And
she did. She did. And she said it was worth it when they went under that waterfall and into the little cave. So
yes, so.
Oh, that was cute when she said how many girls you brought up here. He's talking about one, talking about how many times, depending on how many times you want to come up here with me.
I was like, yeah, I like that.
Like, don't be trying to use them, look. Don't be doing all that. But I like it. Do it. I like it. All right, but it was a really good book. It's crazy. My favorite character. I mean, of course, I love Charity, but man, Mr. O to me, he like that grandpa, dog. He like you. That's the old uncle or something.
The OG, like, triple OG.
I loved him because he was so honest, and he was just, he was like those fun, just make you laugh. Don't care because he old and I don't care. Like, I ain't gotta care.
So real.
Tries as far as his health and stuff. He's stubborn, but he's still trying to do the right things and things like that. But he always has some type of nugget. You remember he told Keegan about his outsider. Oh, that was a sad story. But he told him about his outsider girl who came.
Oh yeah.
But he listened to his.
He said she was prettier than yours. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, but then that's the part he was talking about his sister wide back and didn't know where it came from. Then he described his mama. He was like, oh, that's what she got.
That's messed up. He is hilarious. He like stopped his story and everything.
Yes. Like he had like this whole aha moment. Oh, that's what a big bareback thing. Wide back thing.
Talk about his own. That's messed up.
His own mama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like he just made this story because it was like a side person, but he was the inner, like telling him what we want him to know. He telling him what he feel like somebody to tell him because his mama not. You know, he's not getting that type of advice from the people who are closest to him. So the fact that Mr. O was doing
it's so weird. He's the oldest one there.
He's seen it.
In this crazy world. Well, I guess this crazy town, but he not crazy. Like
no,
he's the oldest one there though.
Yeah. So he's seen a lot and been through a lot, and he's able to like, you know, he was like one of the few people in this town that didn't let the rest of the crazies like, you know, affect him as far as like how they be trying to, I don't know how they try to run everything. That's just so crazy to me. I don't even get it. I ain't never been in a small town like that, I guess. So
me either.
That's why I never wanted to. Cause I don't like people in your business, and I'm the type of person like they gonna think I'm the B word. Cause I'm like, I don't know you, no, like leave me alone, walk away. I'm not a people person, so I need to be somewhere where I can be hidden and can't anybody know.
Houston is perfect,
right?
Cause y'all, to me, anyways.
Shut up.
I agree with you that he was cool and all, and but he not better than who you just said that you liked. Charity is amazing, man. Like she is everything that I would hope to be. Like I just like how does she just so calm, but she gets her words out right. Like it's like she's an author, and that's awesome because she got all them words. Now I just really loved her. Like I'm just like I just read it. I was like, dang, that's so cool that she could do that. I couldn't do that. Like I know I wouldn't, but it's like I love that she's just perfect, man. God, I don't know. I know ain't nobody perfect, but I just feel like she's just perfect.
She was a great like Ms. O said, she was a great catch. You know, and you let her
and she said, and I am worth it. And I was like, yes.
Every part of me is worth it.
Everything that she said is like, it's not calling nobody the B word, but she calling people the B word. I swear she is, because it's like, but she not though, because she.
That's the thing about being an author. I tell you right now, like when you good with your words, you can curse somebody out without using a curse word.
Right.
Many times I've done that, especially if I have to write something out to you. Ooh, I love doing that. It feels good, you know.
I wish I could do that because I don't know how to do that. Like, girl, mine gonna come out super disrespectful because that's how I feel like you did to me. So I have to like, but she did it, but without doing that.
Yeah, you gotta be slick with it. Because he can always be said that you wasn't disrespectful when like you kind of was, but you really wasn't because you didn't.
Right.
But yeah.
She had that down. She did that.
She did.
Really did.
And she said what she had to say, and she kept her man. I was like, oh, like this girl.
I do respect the fact that he stood up to his mama, you know, because a lot of men they do not. They do not. It don't matter if they disagree. Like they do not stand up to their mama. They just let their mama run amok. Even though she didn't listen.
One time she even said how she felt bad about how he was talking, you know, about his mom. I'm just like, I don't.
Because she didn't want to come between them. She wanted to be like a thing, like,
but his mama is a beast. So she did, but she ain't never like say what I felt about his mama. She just was like, Lord help me with this. She just rolled her eyes and just like, Lord help me. Mm-hmm. And she just freaking
that's what happens though. When you depend on the strength of the Lord, you can say stuff respectfully and still get that jab, you know.
Right.
You gotta depend on them. Always my favorites, not my favorite, but one of my favorites is slow to anger, and quick to listen. It's because while they talking stupid, you gotta say, okay, this is what I'm finna say to you. Okay, let me get him with that one. All right. You were able to, you know, control it better because you know, if you pop off real quick, like she was still quick with it and still did good. But sometimes when you pop off, when they popping off, you know, you can lose yourself in that.
Right.
You got to be like she was slow to anger. Like she wouldn't let nothing like anger her.
Everything just
they didn't know her, you know, and they didn't lie from the jump.
But how did you just let people talk about you like that and you just be cool with it?
Because you know who you are. If you know who you are, what does some stranger gonna think about you? What is that gonna do to you? They can say whatever they want to say, and they can put their little paper out that 5 people gonna read. Who cares? You know, they can't do nothing to her. The only person who could was Keegan, because that's the only person she cared about. That's the only person that mattered. And
she wasn't gonna make friends.
You know, that's what it was.
I don't think I couldn't be with him because I just couldn't deal with all that. And the way she just let wash off, I really love that she was able to do that. And I'm glad that it happened, you know, how it happened. But just that's why she was my favorite character, because she was everything that I'm not. And it was just so cool. But yeah, because she just laughed about stuff that I'd be like, excuse me, why you in my like, yeah.
Well, yeah. She better than a lot of people, because you know, I
I
would have walked away. I'm a walk away type of person because I don't want to go there. I'm like, you know what? I'm out. Let me just, because like we both can't be ugly. Somebody gotta stay cute, you know. So I'm gonna keep that on, because it's been time. You gotta let people say what they say and be like you said, bless your heart. God bless. I'll say God bless you, but same thing. But bless your heart, because like I'm not gonna go play with you. Dang,
and the way he said she wasn't worth it, I would have said he wasn't worth it. Listen, I'm not gonna deal with all this just because people want you. It's you aren't worth this.
To come from him, but she liked him. She loved him, actually. But yeah, all right. So that was Ashley Nicole's "Bless Your Heart."
5 stars.
It's amazing.
That's me.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.